Okay, Titan Nation, we want to hear it loud, we want to hear it proud. Love to hear that. Cheer them on. Here's your starters for Drake's Roast, West Hancock Titans. Look out, the smile will wipe you out. It's number 34, Jaden Clymer. First smile will get you, this one will, number 32, D.D. Church. Better watch out, she'll check you out. Number 10, Lucy Woodward. Another great smile on Nelson, number 14, Jaden Houston. Five, and now please, go in another group. Number 11, it's Grace. Give both teams a round of applause. Sit back and enjoy the contest between the Bloodhounds and your Titans.
Those are your starting lineups for both of the varsity squads here for this West Hancock Titans versus Fort Madison Bloodhounds matchup. Trying to get the rest of the lights turned on, and there we go. We got our starters for both squads out there. Jump will be between Clymer and Deanna Davis for the Bloodhounds. Tip is won by the Titans, and here we go. This is TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH with Hancock Titan Sports, presented by LJ Insurance, and that shot is no good. Clymer gets the rebound. Titans with the ball here. Grotehouse will give it over to Woodworth. Moves it up to Church. Pass down low. Clymer, good seal, layup falls. Clymer gets her first points of the games, and the Titans get out to a 2-0 lead here early in full court press already from this Titan team. The starting lineup for the Fort Madison Bloodhounds, Deanna Davis. She'll take the three-pointer, no good, rebounded by Grotehouse. Deanna Davis is out there. Elena Cherween, Hadley Wolf, Raylan Turnbull, and Haley Minke are out there for the Bloodhounds. For the Titans, the starting five is number 10, Lucy Woodworth, number 11, Grace Grotehouse, Jaden Houston's number 14, D.D. Church, number 32, and number 34, Jaden Clymer. They're going to call a foul against the Titans here. This will be the first of the game. It'll go against Houston. That'll be her first of the game as well. The sophomore picks up the foul. Turnbull going to have the inbound here. Gets it in. Houston gets the pressure, but good job by Wolf to get out of it. They break the press. Now with the ball. Get it down to Menke. Looking around. Nice pass. Open layup. Up and no good. Rattles off the rim. The hard shot's no good. Clymer with it now. Gives it up to Woodworth, who will try a three-pointer. That one's long. Rebounded by Menke. Bloodhounds with it. Still a 2-0 game favored to the Titans. Clymer on the defense. They're going to get her for a reached-in foul here. Wolf will draw it. Second team foul on the Titans already here. Not a minute in. Fort Madison with the ball. Give it over to the corner. Davis with it. Gets doubled by Houston and Clymer almost immediately. Skip pass caught. Give it back out. Now Menke at the elbow. Can work down in the post. Tough little fadeaway. Man, that looked good. Haley Menke gets it to fall, and a nice looking shot there. 2 points for the Bloodhounds. Titans with the ball. Pass the Church down low. Her layup is good. Pick and roll works there for D.D. Church. And this Bloodhound squad is going to have to watch out for this front court work between D.D. Church and Jaden Clymer. That pass out of bounds. Turnover. It'll be West Hancock ball. 4-2 the score, 5:51 on the clock here. Clymer with the inbound. Grotehouse going to bring it up for the Titans. Give it over to Woodworth. Man defense here from the Bloodhounds. Shot by Woodworth is up and in. Good little play there. Raylan Turnbull is going to pick up the foul. They set a screen on the other side of the block, so by the time Turnbull got there, she was making contact as Woodworth was going up with the shot. Just got there a little too late. Good screen, though, from the Titans. Free throws no good for Woodworth. The first missed free throw here. 2 shots at the Cole Morgan Hauling line, and one of them will go in. Woodworth gets her first points of the game. 5-2 now our score. That was the first foul of the game for the Bloodhounds, and it'll go to number 23, Raylan Turnbull. Foul going to be called against Clymer. This will be her second. 2 quick fouls here, and she might have to check out of the game already. Lauren Stevenson going to come in. The freshman's going to come in for the junior and have to play that center power forward position here for the Titans. They get it into the corner. Nice pass. And surprised there wasn't a foul call as Turnbull just got hit right in the face as she was going up for the layup. That's why she didn't hit anything with the shot, but no foul called. It'll be Titan basketball. Stevenson swings it around. Church now top of the key with it. Under 5 minutes ago here in the first. Woodworth in the corner. Get it down to Church down low. Throws one up, doesn't roll in. Good defense from Minke. She gets the rebound. Fort Madison ball. Minke at the free throw line, tries it. Left-hand shot is good. Minke's got a nice looking jumper there. Her second one falls. She's got 4 in this game. Titans are going to have to watch out for her getting hot. 5-4 the score. Screen from Stevenson. Pick and roll again. She gets it, throws it up, and that spins in. Lauren Stevenson gets her first points of this varsity matchup. She's up to 2. 7-4 the score. Now in the corner. Back up top, just swinging it around. Back corner, 3-point shot. Davis, that one rolls in. Dayana Davis, the junior, finds a 3-pointer. 7-7 now the score, halfway through the first. Tight matchup so far. Grotehouse with it, gives it to Church. Long 2 maybe there from Church, no good. Her foot was just on the line. Bloodhound ball. Wolf with it, gives it over to Turnbull. Swings it over to the corner. Nice move. Ebner with it, gives it back out now. 3-point shot is short, rebounded by Church. Woodworth comes away with it, now up to Houston. Just moving it around. 3:20 on the clock. 7-7 the score. Double screen maybe there from the Titans. I think Stevenson just got a little lost. Nice little jump shot from Grace Grotehouse. 9-7 now the score. Titans with the 2-point lead. They move to their 1-3-1 zone. Over to the corner again. 3-point shot is up from the wing. That's good. Nice shot from Hadley Wolf. And 2 3-pointers here for the Bloodhounds in this one. 10-9 now the score. They get the lead. Their first lead of the game. Church tries a 3. That's no good. Rebounded by Hebner. And the Bloodhounds got it. Dribble move, gives it back out. Baseline drive, wrap around. Menke goes up with it. Her shot's no good. Rebounded by the Bloodhounds. 3-point shot again from Wolf, no good. Grotehouse comes down with this one. Possession arrows pointing for Fort Madison, so it'll stay here. Jocelyn Little will check in for Lucy Woodworth. Wolf going to have the inbound for Fort Madison. Again, it's a battle between states here. Fort Madison coming in from Iowa. Titans here in Warsaw, Illinois, across the Mississippi. Layup from Houston's no good. They're going to call late foul, and she'll get 2 shots at the line here. 2 Cole Morgan Halling free throws coming away for Jaden Houston. She's got 1 foul in the game so far, no points in this one. Doesn't roll in for Houston. Titans are 1 for 3 now from the line. Second free throw attempt. That one is no good either. Stevenson gets the rebound, but she was out of bounds. It'll be Fort Madison basketball, and Houston can't knock down any of the Cole Morgan Halling free throws. They give it up to Davis. Wraparound pass. Now Hebner with it. Up top, they'll slow it down a little bit. Menke's going to play around the free throw line. Over to Davis. They're trying to get it to Menke at the elbow so she can facilitate the ball for the offense, but nothing so far. Skip passes aren't working yet. No movement here from this team. Tough three-point shot is good from Deanna Davis. She's got 2 here in this game, 6 points total. 13-9 now the score. Just took it right in the face of the Titans defense. Jocelyn Little loses control. Over to Grotehouse. Down to Church, working against Menke. Spin move, layup, left hand, that's good. Nice little turn move from Dee Church. She's got 4. Posting up Menke. It's been a good battle so far between those two. Davis with it outside. Gives it over. Pass down low. Shot from Hebner. Rolls in. Falls down. And Charlie Hebner's got her first points of the game with 2. High scoring first quarter here between both these teams. 15-11 the score. Houston drives inside. Layup goes up and in for Houston. And every single starter for the Titans has points here in the first quarter. 13-15 the score. They give it to the corner, Davis. Back out, 21 seconds on the clock. Hebner with it, gives it over. Back to Wolf, corner, Davis tries another 3. That one's no good. Rebounded by Stevenson, 12 seconds to go for the Titans. Houston goes inside. And they're going to call a foul on Fort Madison. It was on the floor, so the Titans will have the ball out of bounds. Grotehouse going to have the inbound here for the Titans with 9 seconds to go. Larson checks in for the Titans, along with number 2, Molly Schulte for Fort Madison. And they throw it in to Larson. 6 seconds on the clock. Gives it over to Grotehouse. 3 seconds. Little is open, blocked by Davis. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. Good defense from Fort Madison. And they retain the lead heading into the break. 15-13 the score. This is TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. With Hancock Titan Sports presented by LJ Insurance. We'll be back after this quarter break.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back to Warsaw High School. Titans going to have the ball here to start the second quarter. Pretty even scoring between the players on this Titans squad. 1 player with 1 point, that's Lucy Woodworth, and 1 with 4, that's Dee Church. 4 players have 2, with Clymer, Stevenson, Houston, and Grotehouse. Leading scorer in the game so far is Deanna Davis, who's knocked down 2 3-pointers for the Bloodhounds. Woodworth with it. They give it to Church. Drives inside, kicks it back out. Good defense again. There, Molly Schulte getting her hand on it. knocking it out of bounds. Church was trying to find Houston at the wing. Grotehouse over to Houston. Back up top. Playing hot potato with it out at the three-point line. Skip pass. Houston, three. That's no good off the front of the rim. Church comes down with the offensive board and putback. She's up to 6 on the game. Ties it up at 15. Close game here. Have a tight matchup between both these teams. Give it over to the corner. Back up top to Davis. Woodworth on defense. Three-point shot here from Schulte. That's no good. Gets her own rebound. Down to Menke working against a smaller Grotehouse. That's fadeaway shot again. Strong rebound from Church. She knocked down that little fadeaway for her first points of the game earlier in the first quarter. Can't find that one. Clymer back in. Gets fouled on the way. It's going to go on Davis. Her first foul, and Clymer has 2 Cole Morgan Halling free throws. Clymer picked up 2 very quick fouls there in the first quarter. That one is no good. The Titans have now missed 4 free throws. They're 1 for 5 so far in this game. Bloodhounds make a substitution. Second free throw for Clymer. That one's good. Makes it 16-15. Titans get the lead back. I believe the sub is number 0, Jacayla Nelson. They give it down to Nelson. Throws it up. Her layup no good. Now over to Grotehouse. Down to Church. 6:34 on the clock. Clymer's layup is no good. Rebounded by Hebner. And the Bloodhounds back with it, a chance to take the lead. 2 fouls on Davis. That's why you see her checking out just a couple plays ago for Fort Madison. Drive inside. Gives it back out. Hebner throws one up. Bank doesn't fall in. Gets her own rebound. Out to Menke. Thought about the 3. Doesn't take it. Tries to hand it off to Wolf. And the bounce pass is no good. Tried to get her cutting. Now a 2-on-1. Bounce pass. Great pass to Grotehouse. Fouled on the way. 2 Cole Morgan Halling free throws here for Grace Grotehouse. She has 2 points on the game so far. Coming in the first quarter. Free throw is no good. It's interesting. Titans have neither of their centers or taller players down for the rebound. They just elected to put them back on defense. Second one is good from Grotehouse. Clymer and Church both just standing in the lane on the opposite side of the court. 17-15. Now the score. 2-point lead for West Hancock. Hebner with it. Picks up her dribble. Out to Menke. Working against Grotehouse. Nice pass. Hebner's layup is no good. Rebounded by Clymer. And a good foul call going to go against number 31, Ellie Hebner, her first of the game. This might be the 3rd against the Bloodhounds here in the quarter. It is. So 2 more, and the Titans will have free throws for the rest of the second quarter. 5:35 to go in the half. Grotehouse with it. 2-3 zone here from the Bloodhounds. Back up to Clymer. Moving it around. Woodworth tries a 3. That's short, no good. Clymer saves it, gives it right back to Church. Her left-hand shot is no good. They get it back out. Wolf gets the rebound with 5 minutes on the clock. Jocelyn Little getting ready to check in here for the Titans. Open three-pointer for the Bloodhounds. That's no good. Rebounded by Grace Grotehouse. Titans on the counterattack. Give it over Houston. Up to Clymer. Leading scorer for the Titans is Dee Church, still with 6 points. Clymer in the corner. Houston thought about the 3, doesn't take it. Church posted up down low, gets it, takes the mid-range shot, no good. Grotehouse comes soaring in for the rebound, can't get it. Instead, it went to Turnbull. Menke shot blocked by Grotehouse as she went up for it. And a timeout going to be taken by Coach Jerome with 4:21 on the clock here in the second. A little standstill between both teams. No points here in the quarter for the Bloodhounds and 4 points for the Titans. Both teams had 15 and 13 points there in the first quarter. Slow start here for the second. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
Titans going to have the ball coming out of the timeout here. 2-point lead for West Hancock. Again, I'd like to thank everybody for joining in and watching our stream today. If you want to put in the comment section who you're rooting for, where you're watching from, I'd love to give you guys a shout out in our live chat. Titans going to have it here. 4 minutes to go, halfway through the second. Church down low, throws one up, no good. Hits too hard off the back iron. And a chance to tie it up. Again, no points for Fort Madison here in this quarter. At 15 in the first quarter. Nelson with it. Church just bit too much. Nelson gets her own rebound. Good defense from Church, but they're going to call a foul. The back official calls it, and Church will pick it up. I believe this is her first of the game. It is. Team's first of the quarter as well. Fort Madison with the inbound. Wolf gets it into Nelson. Working against Grotehouse, or rather Jocelyn Little. Back out, open three-pointer. That one is good for Molly Schulte. Knocks down the three-pointer, the first points of the quarter for the Bloodhounds, and they take the lead back. It's 18-17 now. Clymer with it. Corner, three-pointer, no good for Grotehouse. Offensive putback, no good either. Ball's tipped around, now on the floor. Grotehouse comes away with it. Clymer will try a three. That's going to be short, no good, over the backboard. It'll be Bloodhounds basketball in the scramble on defense. Works out for Fort Madison. They give it over now. Turnbull with it, gives it to Menke at the free throw line. Tries to hand it off to Wolf. She goes away from her baseline. Back out to Turnbull. Have Nelson posting up down low. Turnbull turns the corner, throws a layup up right over Church. She's get her first points of the game. 20-17 now the score. Titans were leading for the majority of this quarter. Now down by 3. Stevenson going to get ready to check in for the Titans, and Davis getting ready to check in for Bloodhounds. Neither of those shots are good. Menke comes down with the board. Wolf with it, gives it over. Turnbull drives inside, kicks it back out to Menke. 2 minutes on the clock here in the second. Menke throws a tough shot up. That's no good. Gives it over to Grotehouse. Houston will try a three for the tie. No good. Clymer gets the rebound. Backs up the defender, throws the layup up and in. And Clymer has 5 on the game, and a timeout going to be taken by Fort Madison. We'll take a quick timeout as well. 19-20 here on TSSR Game Time Live.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth.
Fort Madison with the ball here, a chance to extend their lead, 20-19 the score. 1 point lead for the Bloodhounds. Wolf with it, guarded by Houston over in the corner. Tries to turn around, nice pass over. Menke will try the 15-footer, banks it in. She's got 6. 3 point lead now for the Bloodhounds. Clymer with it. Give it now at the free throw line. Stevenson gives it back out. Gonna get any pressure inside there. Down to Stevenson again. That pass tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with West Hancock. 1:10 to go here in the second quarter. Molly Schulte will check out of the game for the Bloodhounds as Charlie Hebner will check in. Titans with it, just moving it around. Trying to get something down low, looking for one of their bigs. They find Stevenson now. Back out Little. 55 seconds on the clock. She'll try a three-pointer. That's good. Ties it up. The first three-pointer of the game for the Titans. State Bank of Nauvoo 3 falls, and it's 22-22. 39 seconds on the clock. Thought about the three, doesn't take it. Turnbull was wide open. Now Menke with it down low. Skip pass over Turnbull. Wraparound pass down low. Shot is no good by Hebner. Ball on the floor. Clymer comes away with it. And the Titans have 20 seconds to get the lead going into half. They give it over. Little tries it again. Can she get 2 in a row? She can't. Rebounded by Fort Madison. 8 seconds on the clock. Skip pass up. Hebner gives it away. Shot is up, no good. Tipped around, Clymer comes down with it, and that's how it's going to end the first half, 22-22, even matchup between both these teams. A close one there. Both teams had a strong opening in the first quarter. As I said, 15 points for Fort Madison and 13 for the Titans in the first, but now both teams slow down a little bit in the second. 9 points for the Titans there in the second quarter, and only 7 for Fort Madison. We're going to take a quick little break. We'll be right back after this. I got some halftime stats for you here in a moment.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
Here are your halftime stats, 22-22. We'll start off with the visiting Fort Madison Bloodhounds. 2 points belongs to Raylan Turnbull, 2 to Charlie Hebner as well. 3 points belongs to Hadley Wolf and Molly Schulte. And the leading scorers for both squads and tied for leading scorers of the game, Dayana Davis has 6 and Haley Menke. Davis hasn't made a shot since the first quarter, but she also hasn't had a lot of playing time either, if any, I believe, there in the second quarter. She knocked down 2 threes in the first. For the Titans, the home team, Lucy Woodworth had 1. 2 points belongs to Jaden Houston and Lauren Stevenson. 3 points to Grace Grotehouse and Jocelyn Little there, who tied it up there before the break. 5 points to Jaden Clymer, and tied leading scorer for the game is Dee Dee Church for the Titans. The Titans are coming off an impressive Beardstown tournament finish. They got second place, there in the Lady Tiger Classic. They took on Havana in their first game, ended up winning that one, beat A-Town in the second game, a very good A-Town team, I might add. Beat Carrollton in the third, but lost to undefeated, I believe, Pittsfield in the championship game. They finished runner-up in the Lady Tiger Classic. And now they take on the Fort Madison Bloodhounds. I have a little bit of a away trip on Thursday, going to Unity. That one, the varsity matchup will be taking place first at 6 o'clock, and then it will be the JV matchup afterwards. And then their next home game will be on Monday against Beardstown. They have 2 home games in a row, or 3 rather. Beardstown, Clark County, and the JV triangular against Brown County and Q&D. Those will be their next 4 matchups. We're going to head to a quick break here for a halftime interview here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH with Hancock Titan Sports, presented by LJ Insurance. We'll be back after this.
Oh, welcome back. We're here with Adrian McGregor. Adrian, you're a Macomb guy.
Yes.
So you're living in Macomb, working at MDH.
Yes.
What's your position?
So I'm the Vice President of Clinical and Support Services here at the hospital. I have about 120 employees that roll up my direction through the organizational chart. And probably the easiest way to explain, so I have a great group of department directors that work for me. So areas like radiology and lab and physical therapy and cardiopulmonary services, those are kind of the main areas that roll my way. And then on the support side, pretty much all things with the plant, the facilities, keeping it clean, construction, all of that rolls up in my direction as well. So I never am bored, and I have plenty to do every day. So sometimes it feels like I just need more daylight than I need work. But this is a great organization, and I work with some of the best people in this community, and I'm proud of that, mostly proud of all that they are and all that they do and the employees and what they contribute to the organization. We have a great group here.
Well, 2 things that caught my attention in what you mentioned. There's been a lot of construction going on, so you've had a lot to deal with. Maybe we could hit on that.
Sure.
But I don't know that in any of the times that I've done these interviews that we've talked about keeping the facility clean.
Yes.
I think those are the forgotten heroes of this place, right? Because if any place needs to be clean, it's here.
Yes.
How important and how much effort goes into keeping a hospital clean?
Well, I can tell you a tremendous amount of effort is made at keeping the facility clean. And just to give you an idea of the complexity of that, we have 14,000 visits a year in our emergency department, for instance. Everybody that comes to the emergency department is most likely having a bad moment of their day, or could be a game changer for their year or even beyond. And so obviously that high volume, that equates to 40 or 50 patients a day. You got to have a clean place for every patient coming in hour by hour, minute by minute. And so that area just alone has to be kept clean. But then when you expand out to, we have approximately 800,000 square feet that needs to be kept clean throughout the entire hospital.
That's a lot of feet.
We do have a lot of employees engaged in that area. Jimmy Rogers actually oversees that area and then some. And so he has put together a team within our environmental services department to ensure cleanliness within the 4 walls of the hospital alone, but then also partners with several independent contractors that work on some of our business buildings or our physician buildings in other clinics that we have that aren't even located in Macomb. And so he and I have worked closely together over the past 3 years on this. And it was a struggle during COVID for sure, because you want to ensure that every area is cleaned, not only daily, but at times within every hour, if not more. And so it is a valiant effort. It's so important that Medicare watches for any type of hospital-acquired infection that could be picked up from the hospital. So our job is to stay clean, keep clean, and be even cleaner than mom or grandma would ever want you to have. So
a lot more than washing hands.
It really is, and hand washing is part of that as well. In our infection control department, who would have thought that within healthcare that keeping your hands cleaned every hour, every day, after every and even during patient interactions could be a game changer with preventing further infection. And we watch it very, very closely. And of course, everywhere you go, you see not only sinks and patient care areas, but hand gelling in and throughout that. And so we have to, it's what we do. It's not, oh, wow, that's a lot. It's what you do in healthcare. You have to do it. It takes care of patients. It takes care of practitioners. It is basic and fundamental, but when you do it, the outcomes are pretty clear. You help patient care. You prevent infections from happening that shouldn't have happened. Number one. Number two is your staff stay healthier as well.
Which is key in today's world.
Absolutely.
Well, Adrian, I greatly appreciate you coming and talking. And we just touched on some of the stuff that you deal with on a daily basis. So I'm sure we can talk to you again about some other things.
You bet.
But it was fun talking about the things that people kind of, I think, forget about a little bit to get left behind. We talk about the doctors and the nurses all the time. We don't talk about the people that keep that stuff rolling. So I appreciate you being here. And
thank you so much. It was wonderful. Thank you.
We'll be right back after this.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Second half is going to be underway here. Fort Madison going to start with the ball. 22-22 the score at the start of the third. It's been a close one, back and forth, a lot of ties, a lot of lead changes in this one so far. It'll be interesting to see this match between D.D. Church and Minke down low. They give it down. Nice little layup shot's no good. Tipped by Minke, and she's going to get called for the foul over the back against Church. Titans going to have the ball. That's going to be Haley Minke's first of the game, so no real worry there in the first of the quarter for the Bloodhounds. It's been a somewhat quick game so far, 16 minutes game time and about 30 minutes real time, so both these teams playing pretty clean basketball so far. Not really taking a lot of breaks either. Clymer throws one up down low, out of bounds, and they're going to say it's staying here with the Titans. They're going to say it was tipped, and Fort Madison fans and the coach does not agree with that call, but it will stay with the Titans. They get it into Church, throws one up, no good, rebounded by Minke. Bloodhounds with the ball. Two empty possessions for both teams to start out the third. The drive, floater, that's good. Nice shot, that's 32. Charlie Hebner, who's got 4 now on the game in the lead for the Bloodhounds. Titans almost got called for a 5-second violation there. They started the count before Woodworth got to the ball. Grotehouse with it. Some screens down low. They get it to Grotehouse, setting the screen for Clymer. Minke's right there. They'll just switch it so nothing's going to be open. Clymer with it, wrap around Grotehouse, tries the three. That's no good, a little long. Church can't come down with the rebound. Turnbull gets it. Wolf going to bring it up now for the Bloodhounds. 1-3-1 zone from the Titans. Clymer running the baseline. had the open three. The skip pass was just a little low. Another void shot, no good for Davis this time. Titans with the chance to tie it up. Give it over to Woodworth. Clymer against Davis down low. They give it out. Houston now. Church against Menke. Throws one up. That's in. Good shot from D.D. Church. She's at 8 here on the game, leading scorer. Now 24-24 is the score. Turnbull gives it over Wolf. Skip pass. Davis now. Have Hebner flashing down low. Now Menke with it. Gives it out. Void. Nice baseline drive. Davis layup. No good. It's short. Tipped out of bounds, and they'll say it's Titans basketball. And Church will have to tie her shoe, and some more fans don't agree with that call by the official. Titans now with a chance to take the lead here. 2 points for both teams already here in the third. 2.5 minutes in. Both teams started a lot slower in the second. Woodworth gives it over to Houston, but tipped out of bounds before it can get to her by Raylan Turnbull. Good hands defensively, pokes it out of bounds. And they're going to say actually it was off of the Titans rather. I'll get another look at this. Oh no, they're going to call. I didn't see it at first. They were watching at the replay just a little bit. So there was a offensive foul down low was the call. So it'll be Bloodhounds basketball. The foul will be the first for the Titans here in the quarter. Shot is no good by the Bloodhounds. Rebounded by Clymer. Clymer with it, gives it over. Lauren Stevenson picked up that offensive foul on the last possession. She sets the screen there, gets the roll, throws a layup up, fouled, and she'll head to the line for 2. Stevenson has 2 points on the game so far. That came in the first quarter. A chance for 2 more here at the Cole Morgan Halling free throw line. Stevenson's first free throw is good. She's got 3 on the game so far. On a 1-point lead for the Titans. Second free throw. That one is good as well. 2 nice looking shots there from Stevenson at the Cole Morgan Halling line. Now the Bombers, or rather Bloodhounds, have the ball. Skip pass to the void. Good hands by Houston. Tips it out of bounds. It'll stay with Fort Madison. They've tried connecting with that little void 15-foot jumper a couple of times here. Haven't been able to knock one down yet. They get the inbound, and great inbound pass and shot from Davis falls. She's now up to 8 on the game. Her first point since the first quarter. Now 26-26 is our score. Woodworth gives it to Stevenson. Guarded by Menke, gives it over Houston. Clymer's flashing, has Davis on the defense. Groothouse will bring it back out, slow it down. Larson getting ready to check in for the Titans. Houston tried to find Woodworth cutting. It gets tipped. Titans not a lot going for them here in this possession. Just moving it around, but nothing down low open for them so far, which is where they like to work out of. Clymer, top of the key. Skip pass over to Woodworth. Long possession off the leg. They're not going to call it a kick ball violation. Instead, it's a turnover. And that's going to be out of bounds. It'll stay with Fort Madison, and good long defensive possession there from Fort Madison turns into a fast break opportunity. They can't capitalize on it, but they get the ball. Larson does check into the game here for Jaden Houston. Over into the corner now. Baseline drive, goes up, shot no good, rebounded by Woodworth. 3:25 to go here in the third. We're halfway through the third quarter. Groothouse with the ball. Looking around, nothing here. They give it to Clymer. Larson back cuts, isn't open. Coach Jerome just trying to get some movement, and Groothouse runs right into a double team Larson was trying to cut baseline, brings her defender over with her. The foul will be on the ground and will be the second against Haley Minke, I do believe. Or rather, it's going to be Hadley Wolf who picks up the foul, her second. Turnbull check out of the game. Schulte will check in for Fort Madison. Grotehouse with the inbound. Just throws it into Larson here. And a foul down low is going to be called. This is either against Minke or Hebner. They're going to give it to Minke, and she has 3 quick fouls here in this quarter alone. So Nelson will have to check in for her. Tied game. Minke a big piece in their offense so far today. Grotehouse back to Larson. Bounce pass down low, Stevenson, and they're going to call 3-second violation against Stevenson. There's a good pass from Larson. And Stevenson had a chance at a shot there, but can't really do anything there with the 3-second violation. Pass down low, Davis. She gets fouled on the way up. She'll head to the line for 2. No free throw attempts yet for Fort Madison in the game, at least is what I'm seeing. I could be wrong, but I believe this might be the first free throws for them so far. Clymer picks up her third. Minke and Clymer got to be careful. Shot is good for Davis. She's got 9. Second free throw attempt here. With 2:45 on the clock here in the third. That one is good as well. She nails them both. And 10 points for the Bloodhounds, number 10, Deanna Davis. And a 26-28 lead for Fort Madison. We'll head to a quick break. We'll be right back after this timeout here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. West Hancock Titan Sports, presented by LJ Insurance.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
As we've been talking about this whole game, back and forth, 28-26 lead here for Fort Madison. I wish I had a stat sheet where I could tell how many lead changes there's actually been, how many ties there's been in this game so far. Sadly, I can only do the points for you guys. Well, I guess I could do some other stuff too, but that might take my attention away from the game a little bit too much. Nice defense from Davis, tips it out of bounds as Grotehouse was trying to get it to Larson over on the wing. It'll stay with the Titans. 2:34 on the clock. Grotehouse with it, top of the key. 2-3 zone here from the Bloodhounds. Trying to get it to Clymer on the elbow. She'll be able to facilitate the offense around there. Clymer doesn't take the shot. Now you have it to Clymer. Kicks it out. Larson, open three-pointer. She tries it. That's good. Clymer knocks it down. The State Bank of Nauvoo 3 falls for Lakin Larson, rather, not Clymer, excuse me. Larson knocks it down, her first points of the game. The senior gets the lead for the Titans. Nice shot by Larson. Makes it 29-28. Now over in the corner. Davis with it, goes baseline. Tries to throw it back up. Gets it to Schulte. Now out Turnbull, or rather Wolf. Drives inside, her layup is no good. Just too hard, tipped out of bounds. It'll be Fort Madison. It'll be Titan ball out off Fort Madison, but they're going to call a foul instead of it just being poked out of bounds here. Let's see who this is going to be on. I believe it'll be on Hebner. It is her first foul of the game. 5, though, against the Bloodhounds here in the quarter. And Clymer will head to the line for 2. And correction there on that last three-pointer, it wasn't Clymer, it was Larson who knocked it down. Clymer's first free throw at the Cole Morgan Hauling free throw line is good, and Little will check in for Woodworth. 2-point lead now for the Titans, 30-28. Seconds no good. Grotehouse fights for it. It'll be Titan ball. Good job fighting for it down low. Titans with the chance to extend it to a 2-possession game here, possibly. 30-28. They get it into Larson. Now out Grotehouse. Swinging it around. Good defense. Little loses control of it. Ebner gets her hand on it, gets the steal. Wolf with it now. Now Schulte will try the 3. That's no good off the back rim. Offensive rebound Davis. Putback is in. Tie game. 30-30. A minute to go here in the third. Grotehouse top of the key. Now Larson. Nice pass to Clymer. Can't do anything with it. Loses control. Should be out on her. And it is. It'll be Bloodhound basketball. And Turnbull will check into the game for Wolf. Under a minute to go. 56 seconds on the clock. Good defense from Fort Madison here. The last couple of possessions. 2 steals and 2 turnovers for the Titans. Schulte with it. Just moving it around. 1-3-1. Nice bounce pass. Layup's no good for Nelson. A little long. Little gets it. Tries to give it up to Larson, but stolen away by Davis. Euro inside, and that's an easy charge call if they did make contact on that one. Good defense there from Clymer. Just stands still and was there a while before Davis got there. That'll be Davis's 3rd foul of the game. Larson and Little will check out. Woodworth and Houston will check back in. 36 seconds on the clock for the Titans. Because it was a charge, Titans aren't going to get free throws. Instead, it will just add to Davis's fouls. 3-pointer falls for Houston. Another State Bank of Nauvoo 3 in this quarter. They've got 2. Larson and Houston. They get the steal. Fast break. Grotehouse goes up with the layup. Can't get the and one to fall, but she'll head to the line for 2 here. A chance at the line to extend their lead to 4. 32-30 the score. And they're going to say Houston's shot was on the line. Correction there. Free throw no good from Grotehouse. Second one. She's 1 for 3 so far. Second one's no good. Now 1 for 4. Out of bounds, though. It'll be Titans ball off of Fort Madison. Grotehouse with the inbound here. 2-3 zone. Clymer in the lane. Stevenson on the elbow. They get it to Clymer down low. Goes up. Fouled on the way. She'll head to the line for 2. Another foul here for Fort Madison. This one will go on Nelson, her 2nd foul of the game. Kaya Figge going to check in for the Titans. The first one's good from Clymer. She's 4 for 5 from the line. 8.4 seconds on the clock here for the Bloodhounds after this free throw. That one is good as well. Titans extend their lead to 4. 8 seconds until the 4th quarter. Fort Madison trying to cut it down to a 1-score game. Running the baseline, good hands from Figge. They break it now. It's a 5-on-3. That's get past, stolen away by Stevenson. Grotehouse has a chance to give it up. She just goes for the pass instead. It takes too much time, but a 4-point lead for the Titans heading into the 4th. We'll head to a quick break. We'll be back for this exciting finish, most likely here in this one. 34-30, Titans lead. We'll be back after this.
When I walk in and talk to my patients, I like my patients first and foremost to feel comfortable. I like to keep it real with them. I like them to know that I'm there to listen to them and to help them understand some of the processes that they may be going through. The most rewarding aspect that I feel with caring for patients is when those patients come back in and they tell me how much better they feel for something that I have helped them accomplish in their healthcare.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
Welcome back to Warsaw High School, 34-30 the score, 8 minutes on the clock. Fort Madison gonna have it. 1-3-1 zone, or maybe a 2-3 from the Titans here. Skip pass across. It is a 2-3 zone. Menke with it. She's back in the game with 5 fouls. Her layup's no good. Good defense from Houston. I think she got her hand on the ball on Menke's way up. Couple players in foul troubles for both teams. Davis and Menke both have 3. Clymer has 3 as well. Clymer with it, gives it over to Houston. Up top, Grotehouse. Swinging it around, nothing open yet. 2-3 zone from Fort Madison. Tip pass, good defense from Turnbull. A minute gone here in the fourth already. This will be the second defensive stand from Fort Madison that's lasted over a minute. 6:50 on the clock. Titans are just passing it around. Fort Madison coach asking for some more pressure on the ball now. Might not be good. They wanted to travel there on Houston. They don't get it. And Houston just throws it away as Woodworth was cutting, and she can't believe it. Normally they would have a player over there, but Woodworth decided to cut, maybe try to get an open lane, and Houston just no look passed it over to her. Tough mistake there for the sophomore, but still a 4-point lead for the Titans. Davis with it, double teamed. Have to be careful, and a 5-second violation going to be called before she threw it off the leg of the Titan defender, and the Titans get the ball right back, and we're a minute and a half through this fourth quarter. See how long this Titan possession takes here. Some pressure here. Double teamed right as Grotehouse crosses the half-court line. They have Woodworth wide open at the 3. Instead, Clymer knocks it in. She's up to 11 on the game. She had a very quiet first half. She's got 6 here in the second. Makes it 36-30. And a travel going to be called against Fort Madison, and they got to be able to keep their heads in this one with 6 minutes to go. Stevenson checks in, and full court pressure coming here from the Bloodhounds. Stevenson with it. Gives it over Woodworth. Nice job breaking the press here from the Titans. Oh, good defense. This should have been Bloodhounds basketball. I personally thought it was off the leg of Grotehouse. That was great defense from Davis, but they're going to say it's Titans ball. Just swinging it around. 5:40 on the clock. Titans not really working fast at all. Good defense, though, from Turnbull. Gets her hand in it. Just lazy passing from the Titans. And a foul going to be called down low. This will be the first against the Titans here in the quarter. Houston will check out. Larson will check in. 6-point lead here for the Titans. And they get it into Menke. Has a cutter, and Davis throws a layup up. It's good. Now the lead cut to 4. First points of the quarter for Fort Madison. Get it up. Woodworth. They're just swinging it around now. Larson in the corner. Nothing here for the Titans. Titans are wanting to work slow here in the fourth, not really in any rush at all. A 4-point lead is all they have, but as long as they don't turn it over, they could take, theoretically, 5 minutes here on this just one possession. Woodworth won't take it, though. She goes up for the shot out of bounds. Wants the foul, and, oh, man, almost got teed up for that one. Stared down the official, and The official did not like it. Bloodhounds have a chance to cut this down to a one-score game here. Give it over into the corner. Drive inside Menke with it now. Three-point shot. That's up. Good one-point game. 35-36 the score. The three-pointer falls for the Bloodhounds. And it's stolen away. Good defense there. Menke comes away with it. Wolf knocks down the three, and now they have a chance to take the lead back. Wolf only had 3 going into half. She's at 6 now. Corner 3, that would have been big. Doesn't fall. Offensive rebound. Putback is no good either. Ball in the air. Clymer comes down with it. And they'll slow it back down. Titans need some points here halfway through the fourth. They give it to Woodworth over in the corner. And a timeout going to be taken by Coach Jerome. Full timeout. 36-35. One-score game. We'll head to a break. We'll be right back after this here on TSSR Game Time Live.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
Welcome back here to Warsaw High School. 36-35 the score. 3:50 on the clock. Titans going to have it with a 1-point lead. Neither team worried about shooting free throws yet. Only one foul, and it's against the Titans here in the quarter. They get it into Clymer. She loses control, knocked out of bounds. Oh, and they're going to give this to Fort Madison. I thought Davis might have touched it and poked it out myself, but they're going to say Clymer was the last one to touch it in. Fort Madison has a chance to take the lead here. There's the right call. A carry. Going to be called against Fort Madison. Got tucked against her hip and her hand on the way. Could have been a double dribble as well instead of a carry. They get it up Woodworth. Skip past Clymer. Clymer drives, kicks it out to Larson, loses control of the ball, gives it back up. 3:30 on the clock here. Woodworth, Clymer trying to find Church down low. Church against Menke. Nice little move. Bank shot falls. Dee Church gets 2 more. She's up to 10. 38-35. 3-point lead for West Hancock. Got to be careful of Wolf knocking down a 3 again, or Davis. Titans get the steal. Good effort. Foul going to be called against Fort Madison. This will be their first team foul of the quarter. It'll go against number 11, Caitlin's, or rather number 23, Raylan Turnbull, her third. Larson checks out of the game. Three minutes to go. Titans with a 3-point lead here in the fourth. Give it over to Houston. Working around at the 3-point line. Over to Church. Church only has 2 points here in the quarter. She has only 4 in the second half. Woodworth also with the quiet day, only 1 point. Tries to find her cutting, but good defense there from Hebner. Now 2:25 on the clock. They get it up to Turnbull, down to Hebner. Looking around. Titans playing good defense so far, but a foul going to be called. They're going to say Grotehouse had her hands on her too much. I believe this might be the second for Grotehouse. It is. Second team foul against the Titans as well. Again, not really worried about free throws yet, but one more and you might be a little on the edge. Timeout going to be taken by the Titans. We'll stay with you here on this one. A 3-point lead for West Hancock. A quick word from one of our sponsors, LJ Insurance. With locations in Keokuk and Fort Madison, they can be sure to answer all your insurance questions and needs. Because LJ Insurance is an independent agency, they can tailor a policy to fit your needs. Call LJ Insurance today at 319-524-4223 and ask them about life, health, auto, and home insurance and more. Or visit their office at 515 Main Street in Keokuk, Iowa. LJ Insurance is locally focused with sound advice. 2:13 left on the clock here in the fourth. Titans trying to pull out a win here in a close matchup. Both teams haven't been able to match their first quarter production concerning points. Titans had 13, Fort Madison had 15. It was tied at 22 going to the half. Then it was 34-30 lead for West Hancock. Now it's 38-35. Titans have only scored 4 here in this quarter. Three-point shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Houston, and a foul going to be called. This will be the second team foul against Fort Madison. It'll be the fourth foul against Dayana Davis. And they're going to take out Schulte. One more, and Davis will be out of this game. She has 12 points, the leading scorer for Fort Madison. Clymer with it in the corner. Gives it over to Houston, loses control. They got to get across here in a minute. They pass it up to Woodworth. Pass to Church just wasn't there. It's the turnover now, Menke with it. Wolf with the ball. Down by 3, 1:40 to go here in the game. And a foul going to be called against Woodworth. And Jocelyn Little going to check into the game here for Woodworth. 3 fouls against the Titans. Woodworth picks up her first foul of the game. Wolf with the ball. Gives it over. Open three-pointer. That one's no good. Could have tied it up there. Jocelyn Little gets it. And hands it off to Grotehouse. 1:20 on the clock. Titans can milk it here. And coach is calling for a foul. They have 2 to give. Tipped out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Titans. And a timeout going to be taken by Fort Madison. We'll take a quick timeout as well. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. West Hancock Titans Sports presented by LJ Insurance.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Both teams still in their huddle. 1:14 on the clock. 38-35. 3-point lead for the Titans. Only 5 points in the quarter for Fort Madison, but only 4 for the Titans here in the fourth quarter. Fort Madison has 2 fouls to give before they send the Titans to the line. They only have 2 team fouls here in the quarter. Titans have 3 team fouls. It's been a back and forth game, tight game. Here in the fourth, the Titans have led the whole entire time. 1:14 to go. Titans with the ball. They get it into Grotehouse. Could have been a foul there, and there they call it at the end on Wolf. Now they only have 1 more to give. Wolf picks up her 3rd. Clymer going to have the inbound again. Gets it into Grotehouse. Minute 10 on the clock. No shot clock, so you can take as much time as you want if you're the Titans. They find Houston cutting. They kick it back out. Good pressure there from Fort Madison, swarming on the ball. Clymer with it outside. Davis got to be careful not to foul. She's got 4. Grotehouse gives it over. Risky pass there, almost stolen away. Down to Church, and a foul going to be called. This might be against Minke. If this is against her, this is her 4th of the game. We'll know for sure it is against Minke. Her 4th, she has a chance to foul out too. No more to give here for the Bloodhounds. Houston with it. 42 seconds on the clock. They give it over to Clymer. Gonna have to foul at some point. The Titans are just holding on to it. Tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with West Hancock. Again, Fort Madison, the way the Titans are just going to hold on to it, they either got to hope for a steal or a foul. Should be a lot of pressure on every single player here. And the official just kind of looks at him. He hadn't handed the ball off yet. They get it into Church. Minke's got to be careful along with Davis. They hand it off to Grotehouse. Gets double teamed. And a timeout going to be taken by the Titans. A good use of the timeout. 30 seconds will stay with you here. 2 subs coming in for Fort Madison. Nelson will check in along, I believe, with Hebner. I believe they're just going to be used to get the fouls here in this one, so Davis and Minke don't pick them up. We'll see for sure coming out of the break. If the Titans can knock down their free throws, they'll more than likely come out of this one with a win. But that's if they knock down their free throws. Titans have knocked down 6 of them so far, only missing 5. 9 for 14 on the game. Little with the inbound. They get it into Clymer. She's going to get fouled by number 31. That's Ellie Hebner. And Davis and Minke will check back into the game after the free throw. If Clymer can knock both of these down, it'll be a tough comeback for Fort Madison. Shot is up and in for Clymer. That one's big. Makes it a 4-point game now. She's up to 12. Schulte checks into the game as well for the Bloodhounds. Second free throw here for Clymer. That one no good. Rebounded by Fort Madison. Still a 4-point lead. Titans just got to play good defense on the arch. Timeout going to be taken by Fort Madison. We'll stay with you here on this one. If Fort Madison can knock down a three-pointer, it's a full timeout. If Fort Madison can knock down the three-pointer, it'll be a 1-point game. They can foul if the Titans make both free throws, which isn't 100% for sure. They could very easily get back in this one. It's all depending on what kind of shot look they get. Whether the coach is drawing up a play for a 3 or just drawing up a play to get an easy open 2, because the Titans are more than likely going to be focused on the three-point arc here in the last 22 seconds with a 4-point lead. No Titans players in real foul trouble except for Clymer, who has 3 so far. But they're not looking to foul here in the last 22 seconds. Fort Madison going to come out of their timeout. We'll see who has the inbound. They're going to give it to Wolf. Wolf's knocked down 2 threes. Davis has knocked down 2 threes, and that's all. Except for Molly Schulte, who's knocked down 1 as well. Schulte cuts. They get it into Davis. They fake the handoff, go out to the three-point line, get a screen, trying to get something open. They have an open 3 for Schulte. They didn't give it to her in time. Wolf tries a deep one. That's no good. Rebounded by Grotehouse. They pass it up, and they're going to call a foul. Titans were out on the fast break. 6 seconds on the clock. Grotehouse will head to the line for 2 shots here. We'll see who the foul is on. I believe they're giving it to Davis. It is. That'll be her 5th foul, and she'll foul out of the game. with 12 points, the leading scorer here for this Bloodhound squad. First free throw is good for Grotehouse. Extends the lead. Second one here from Grotehouse. That one is up and good, and the Titans have most likely secured it here. 6-point lead, they give it to the corner. Schulte throws one up, that's no good. Tipped out of bounds, and they're gonna call the game there. 6-point win for the Titans. They move to 11 wins after a strong performance in Beardstown in the tournament and the Lady Tiger Classic. They come back home and get a win against the Fort Madison Bloodhounds. Coming across the Mississippi, they drop it to the Titans. Tight matchup, tied at halftime. They ended up winning 41-35. I got some into the game stats here for you in just a moment. 41 points, the same amount scored by the Titans in their last home game of the season. This time they get the win, however. Here are your final stats for this one. We'll start off with the losing Fort Madison Bloodhounds. 3 points belongs to Molly Schulte. 2 points to Raylan Turnbull. 4 to Charlie Hebner. 6 points belongs to both Haley Minke, who didn't score any in the second half. 6 points to Hadley Wolf. And 12 points for the leading scorer for the Bloodhounds. Inside leading scorer for the game is Dayana Davis, who fouled out there at the end. For the Titans, 1 point belongs to Lucy Woodworth from a free throw in the first. 3 points to Jocelyn Little, who tied it at half. And Larson knocked down a big three-pointer there in the third. 4 points to Lauren Stevenson and 4 to Jaden Houston. 5 to Grace Grotehouse, knocked down 2 big free throws at the end. Dee Dee Church had 10, and the leading scorer, tied leading scorer for the game, is Jaden Clymer, who had 12 points. She ended up having 7 in the second half. Titans get the win, 41-35. That'll be it from our production here. Titans get the win. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH with Hancock Titans Sports, presented by LJ Insurance. I'm Luke Little. Emily Hagee on camera, as always. Thank you for joining in and watching. That's it for tonight. Have a great day.